calling for our phone appointment. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fine. Now, I want to let you know straight up front today, I don't have money today to buy insurance, but I am interested in information for when I am ready in a month or so.
Absolutely, and that's my job, Peggy. No worries about making a purchase today. Just want to go over with you what the program can offer you and show you what you qualify for.
Okay.
All right, Peg, before we get into anything, the state of Texas requires me to give you my identification license number just so you know that you're dealing with Ryan, case manager in Texas, and not Ryan, case manager in, I don't know, Pakistan or something like that.
Well, you don't sound like you're from Pakistan, but okay, that's fine. I'll take it.
All right, it's 176
Uh-huh.
160
Okay.
24.
Okay.
Thank you. My last name is Travers, Travers.
Okay.
Thank you, Peggy. And I have your date of birth as September 7th of 1960. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right, got you at 59 years young for a couple more months. My birthday's in September, too. I'm the 21st.
Uh-huh.
This year has flown by.
Oh, tell me. I lost 2 weeks of my memory from COVID in June. So, yeah. So, I feel like I'm 2 weeks behind everybody.
Yeah. Are you still off 103 Lantana Lane in Del Rio?
Yes, I am. And I hope to be here for a number of years.
Great. Awesome. And it says here, Peggy, that you don't have any coverage, but you are interested in something that's going to cover those final expenses and leave some money behind to Arthur. Is that right?
That is correct. Great.
Is Arthur your husband, son, family member?
My cat. No, I'm joking. He's my husband. I'm sorry. But no, it'd be for my husband and daughter, but my husband in particular.
Okay, thank you. All right. Peggy, so I'm sure that you've seen more things on the internet and in your mailbox and on TV about insurance to the point to where you want to cut the cord to the TV and burn your mailbox up, right? You probably get more things.
Pretty close. Right. A lot of times I've saved them to compare and then just throw my hands in the air and gone, well, I don't have the money right now, so I'll just toss them. So.
Right. Well, Peggy, the way that program works for Texas residents is going over what you submitted to us, right? So we verified your date of birth. You're not a tobacco user and you have no major medical challenges, correct?
The only thing I've got is I take high blood pressure meds and I've taken them for like 10 years. So my blood pressure is manageable on them.
Okay, great. So it's controlled. Do you take lisinopril, one of those medications?
I take, let me grab it here from my drawer. My Curtis HCT, Telemesartan and Hydro something or another. It's an 80-12.5 mix.
Okay, thank you for that. So just some blood pressure that is controlled. Okay, so what it's going to be for you, Peg, is it's immediate coverage, right? So some companies that send you stuff in the mail will say, Peggy, yeah, we'll insure you, but you can't pass away for 2 years or Arthur's not going to get anything, right? Which is outrageously crazy to me. I don't understand how anybody would see value in that, but nevertheless, there are some people that think that that's all they can get. But this is immediate coverage for you. So God forbid something happens the day after you submit your application, Arthur is going to receive that benefit, no contingencies, right? Okay, it also is going to be for your entire lifetime. So some companies, you have the AARPs, you have Globe Life, you have all those big companies that push a lot of mail into your mailbox, right? And the problem with those companies is they end at a certain age, right? So some people think that they have it for their whole life and they get a call at 85. And then
that's one thing I've watched out for.
Right. So it will be for your whole lifetime, whether, God forbid, you're with us only in your 60s or you're 127 years old, right? You set the Texas state record. You'll still have that coverage.
Okay.
All right. The price is also locked in as if you were paying as a 59-year-old for the duration of your lifetime. It's never going to go up or down. It is locked in.
Okay. I thought you were going to tell me it was going to be locked in for 10 years or so, but I like the fact it's locked in for my life. That's
Forever.
Good.
Absolutely. Now, you also build some cash value, right? So 10, 15 years down the road, if you want to make a big purchase or if you want to take a trip to see your daughter, whatever the case may be, right? You have the option to go into the policy and take out that money tax free, and there's no contingencies on that either. That's your money.
Right. So it's whole life.
Right. And it comes with a terminal and nursing home benefit. So God forbid you get diagnosed with anything terminal down the road, you have the option to receive the full face value of the death benefit while you're still with us. That way you and Arthur can plan together, get everything in order, whatever the case may be at that time.
Okay.
You go into a nursing facility, you have two options. First option is to stop making the payments, keep the coverage forever, or stop making the payments and receive the benefit just as if you had had a terminal condition, because they realize nursing homes are pretty darn expensive, right? The last thing they want is for you to be paying for your insurance and then paying $5,000 a month to go into a nursing home.
Right.
Right. So we have the option, Peg, to get you covered anywhere from $2,000 to $50,000 in permanent coverage without any medical exams. Okay, so we're not going to send a nurse out to the house and draw your blood and make you fast until lunchtime to get on a scale kind of thing. It's just medical questions, and coverage is determined based off of those.
Okay.
All right. So last thing I need from you to get you an accurate quote so you know what you're looking at is just a current height and a weight for you.
Sure. I am 5'4" and I am 250 pounds and on my way down from there. I was 267 before June 16th when I got ill. So I lost a lot of weight in 2 weeks.
Right. And when you say you got ill, were you diagnosed with COVID-19?
I did. I had a negative diagnosis for COVID, but with 103 fever and sleeping for 13 days or 14 days. I'll put it this way. I shared with my niece, who is an ER doc, what our family went through, and she said, either you all had a tick-borne disease or y'all had gotten diagnosed COVID. So, you know, but I did receive a negative diagnosis when I went into the ER.
Well, that's still not, I mean, it's not good that you were sick. I guess it's good that it wasn't COVID, but from what it sounds like, it probably was.
Yeah, it sounds like it was, but my taste is back other than coffee, so that broke my coffee addiction. Not that I drank that much. Well, I did, but you know. So anyway, no, I'm actually doing fine. I'm healthy. I made it through. I'm on the other side, and but no, I'm at 250 right now, and I am trying to lose weight. So
okay, great. And then, Peggy, I know you told me, Ryan, totally transparent with you, I'm not buying anything from you today, and I understand that, right? It got to make sense for you. It's got to be the perfect time. But did you have a certain coverage amount that you wanted information on, or did you have a budget that you wanted to stay within and get the most coverage possible?
I'd kind of like to know about 5,000, which would just be basic, I know, but I'd also like to know about the 50,000. Because that would help pay off the house. So it's one of these. I'd like to know both.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have some options, right? The 5,000. What I recommend is the best company here in Texas that's going to underwrite it is going to be Aetna and CVS. Okay, so they've just recently joined. I'm sure you've heard of both, right? Probably shop at CVS from time to time.
Right.
We will do 5,000 with everything that we talked about for $21 a month.
Wow. Okay. What about the 50,000?
Was that a good wow or a bad wow?
That's a lot cheaper than I thought you were going to tell me. I'll be very honest with you.
Good. All right, let's look at the 50. Give me 1 second. So can't do 50. It's cutting off at age 55 for the 50.
Okay.
But we can do 40 as being the highest here, and I can check one with one other company.
Well, let's look at 40 then.
Yeah, 40. You have two options. You can go with Aetna and CVS. Some people like to know that they're going with a company where you might even give some money to every month, right? At CVS, they're not going anywhere. But Mutual of Omaha is also on this list. So Mutual of Omaha is about $30 cheaper. They're still a great company, Peg. I wouldn't, say anything negative about them. They've been in business since 1898.
Oh, yeah, they've sponsored TV shows I like.
Right. So $40,000 with Mutual of Omaha is $117 a month for the $40,000.
Okay.
And
What
Aetna
about?
is coming in at $146.
Okay. Let's go with the midpoint of 20,000. Let's find out what that would run.
Okay, one moment. Mutual of Omaha is going to win this one as well. It's going to be $60.20 for the 20,000.
That's awesome. Now let me ask you a question. How likely is this price to stay in effect until, let's say, August 2nd?
It's going to be very, very close to the same. It might go up to $60.25. The only thing that we need to watch out for, Peggy, is your birthday, right? So if we wait until you're 60, then the price does go up.
Right. Okay. Well, here's the thing. My husband gets his military retirement August 2nd.
Right.
I can start this August 2nd. I can't start the 1st because I want the mortgage to get out of the account first. I can afford this, and this is exactly what I've been looking for, and I can afford that amount. So what I would like to do is if you could call me back on August 2nd. Now, let me ask you one other thing. Can I start with a monthly payment, or does it have to be more than 1 month?
So it is monthly, and they ask for a checking account with Mutual of Omaha to just withdraw monthly on the 2nd or the 3rd, whatever you choose.
Right. Okay.
So, Peg, we have two options, and it's totally up to you. I'm not a pushy salesman guy. I know you've probably been through that before.
No, that's fine.
We can put the application in any day that you like between now and the 2nd. The problem is if we wait until the 2nd, right, it goes to underwriting, then they might take that payment the 7th or the 8th, and then coverage goes into effect that day. They lock in rates as soon as they receive the application. So say we put it in today, tomorrow, anytime this week. They make their underwriting decision, and we say, we're not making a payment until August 2nd or August 3rd. And they say, that's fine. But everything is locked in as of a current date, so it can't change at all, right? So it's locked in.
Okay. All right. So what I'd be looking at is, what I'd be doing is I'd be agreeing to it today. We would be doing whatever we need to do, but they would not be billing me and starting the policy until August 2nd or 3rd.
Right. Well, first they're going to give us a decision on underwriting, right? Even though I'm a professional, I've been doing this for 10 years, I know that you're going to get approved, but I can't say it for 100% without the application. So we put it in, we let them make their decision, and they tell me and yourself approved or denied within 24 to 48 hours, and then from there, they take the payment on the 3rd if you're approved and everything looks good to you.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay.
I want to go for the $20,000 then.
$20,000 for $60.20.
Yes.
Okay. Now, Peg, I have Peggy as you referred to yourself, and then I have Peg on the request. What's the legal name?
The legal name is Peggy C. Flint. C for Cheryl.
Thank you. 97 of 60.
1960, not 060.
Right, and beneficiary is the cat, correct?
Yes, the cat that was born in 1958. No. Okay, do you need his information?
I just need his date of birth.
Okay, my husband is October 11th, 1958.
Thank you.
He's meowing at me.
All right, Peg, do you have access to that Gmail account, pegflint@gmail.com?
All the time.
All right, are you pretty good on it? Do you navigate it well with your smartphone?
Oh, boy. Yes, I'm very good at it. I can even take a picture. I have a hard time scanning something, but I can print something and send it back, or whatever you need me to do. I can pretty much do it. If worse comes to worse, I fax it tomorrow from UPS.
Yeah, so what we're going to do is Mutual of Omaha is very secure, and they offer 2 emails that I send to you during this process. And what it is, the first one's going to be a HIPAA authorization, and HIPAA is releasing your prescription records to the company. That way they know that they have permission to underwrite it to the best of their ability. The second signature is going to be just you signing and submitting the application. Right, so I'll walk you through on how to open those up once we get there, but just giving you a heads up.
That's no problem. I do that all the time.
Okay, great. What's the zip code out there for you at Lantana Lane?
78840. And do you need the last 4 digits?
No, ma'am. It'll populate for me.
Okay.
And then this is the best contact phone number you'd like on file, the 830-308.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Perfect. And then email. I'll put that in, have that. Can I have your driver's license number?
Yes, you can. I want to say, well, no, I'm not going to tell you from memory, although I think I memorized it. I've been filling out paperwork for so much stuff lately, and so I've almost got it memorized. Let's see here. I'm grabbing it now. All right, license. No, that's military ID. Here we go. 27690830.
27690830.
Correct.
And that is a Texas license, correct?
Yes.
And what
Class
state were you
C.
born in?
What state was I born in? Confusion. No. Connecticut. I'm sorry, you're getting me with all my husband's type of answers today. I'm in a goofy mood. It's been one of those days.
I really appreciate the humor. Everybody that I speak with is very uptight and answers me with yes or no's, and it's just kind of boring. So it's really
Well, see, I used to work U-Haul, so as a customer service rep, and I had to deal with calls like, I'm calling to check on this urn that I found, a cremation urn that was in a U-Haul I'd rented, and I'm just calling to see if it got returned to the right person. Or I'm calling because I just entered the miles from my U-Haul on my phone, but I accidentally put in 20,000 instead of 200. What do I do? You get the idea.
Right. Oh boy. All right, Peggy. I'm going to get this over to you, the first signature, and it's going to ask you for the last 4 of your social to open it, right? So it knows that you're opening it, not somebody else. Have too much of a headache.
I've only been using the computer since 94. Back on AOL, you've got mail.
Oh, you got some experience. All right, and no pending applications or existing life insurance or annuity contracts with any company right now?
Nothing, no. It's been something I've been wanting to do, and this just happened to pop up, and I thought, ooh, let me do that.
Great. Well, we're happy to help you today. Lock data, proceed to HIPAA signature process, and I am getting this over now.
Okay, and I shall refresh. Let's see here.
It's either going to pop up immediately or it's going to mess with us and take about 2 minutes. I never know.
Okay, well, I'm also going to check spam if it doesn't pop up within 2 minutes.
Okay, it
That's
just
not.
said successfully sent, so it should be there shortly.
Okay, let me refresh again. Action required on your United of Omaha application. Do not reply. Okay, so access
Okay.
your application. I'm doing that now. The last 4 digits. Sign in. Yeah. Okay, it's bringing up the application or whatever, the HIPAA or whatever.
Right. So you'll scroll through that document and then you'll check I agree to authorization.
Okay, I see that, and I acknowledge that I have read or had read to me. I'm a fast reader. No, I'm also trusting when maybe I shouldn't be. But no, I know that, I know Mutual of Omaha. I trust them. Okay, so I'm going to save as a PDF.
Right. In human terms, you're just giving them permission to look at prescription from any doctor, pharmacy benefit manager for the purpose of determining your insurance.
Okay, signed at city. Okay, let me go ahead and type this. Del Rio, signed in Texas. Okay, apply e-signature. All right, view application. I'm clicking on view application just so I can kind of see it as
Yeah.
a PDF and save it.
Yeah, absolutely. Save that for your files, and then once you get everything issued, you're going to have a copy of the whole application printed out in the back part of the policy. So you'll have
Right.
a PDF and a written copy.
Okay, so I have completed all of that and submitted it.
Okay, let me verify on my end.
So give me just a sec.
Yeah, take your time.
Okay, I'm back.
And I'm loading. Bear with me here.
That's fine.
All right, going to get into some underwriting questions. These are just yes or no's, just to ensure that you're not a cancer patient or on your deathbed or anything crazy. So just yes or no.
Okay.
If I get a little long-winded on some, I apologize. Some are longer than others. So are you currently bedridden or confined to any hospital, nursing home, long-term care facility, or skilled nursing facility, or receiving or been advised to receive care in a nursing home, hospice care, or home health care?
No.
Requiring assistance with activities of daily living such as taking medications, bathing, dressing, eating, toileting, getting in and out of bed or chair, or control of bowel or bladder problems.
No.
Requiring any of the following other than for fractures, bone or joint surgery including replacement, wheelchair, electric scooter, or oxygen equipment to assist in breathing, excluding use for sleep apnea.
No.
Have you ever been diagnosed as having acquired immune deficiency syndrome, AIDS, age-related complex known as ARC, or human immunodeficiency virus, HIV, or been treated for AIDS, ARC, or HIV by a physician or healthcare provider?
No.
Have you ever been diagnosed with, been treated for, or advised by a physician or healthcare provider to receive treatment for Alzheimer's, dementia, Huntington's disease, sickle cell anemia, Lou Gehrig's disease, quadriplegia, paraplegia, Down syndrome, mental incapacity, congestive heart failure, cirrhosis, metastatic cancer, or recurrent cancer of the same type?
No.
Diagnosed with insulin shock, diabetic coma, or had an amputation due to diabetic complications, or diagnosed with end-stage renal disease or requiring dialysis?
No.
Advised to receive or have received an organ or bone marrow transplant.
No.
Diagnosed by a physician or healthcare provider as having a terminal medical condition that is expected to result in death within the next 12 months.
No.
In the past 12 months, have you been advised by a physician to have a surgical operation, diagnostic testing other than for routine screening purposes or for those related to HIV or AIDS, treatment, hospitalization, or any other procedure which has not yet been done or for which the results are not yet known?
I'm going to say no because the only thing that's been advised is my annual Pap test and mammogram. And those
Okay.
are just routine.
Right. In the past 12 months, have you been diagnosed by a physician or healthcare provider as having heart disease or heart surgery of any kind?
No.
In the past 2 years, have you been diagnosed with, treated for, or advised by a physician or healthcare provider to receive treatment for any form of cancer?
No.
Have you ever received care or treatment for, been advised by a physician or healthcare provider to seek treatment for diabetes before age 50?
No.
Hepatitis C?
No.
Chronic lung disease, including COPD, chronic bronchitis, emphysema, or scardosis?
No.
In
Now,
the past-
wait a minute. Let me back up on that 1 minute. I've
Okay.
had acute bronchitis, but not chronic, not like all the time or anything. I've had it
Yeah.
like twice.
Okay, but nothing
But
chronic. We're not on a nebulized inhalers. Or
no.
Okay, we can answer no. It doesn't just for chronic bronchitis or emphysema. All right. Within the past 4 years, have you received care or treatment for, been advised by a physician or healthcare provider to seek treatment for any form of cancer, chronic kidney disease, systemic lupus, bipolar depression, or schizophrenia?
Did you say depression? Was
Bipolar.
that in there? Oh, not bipolar. No. Yeah, that's a no.
Okay. In the past 2 years, any coronary artery disease, heart attack, angioplasty, cardiomyopathy, irregular heart rhythm, or valvular heart disease with surgical repair or replacement?
No.
In the past 2 years, any strokes or transient ischemic attacks, TIA?
No.
In the past 2 years, have you been convicted of or currently awaiting trial for a felony?
Thank God, no. I had to make it funny.
I had an old lady, she was about 76, and I asked her that, and she's like, well, yeah, I got trial next month. And I started laughing because I thought she was kidding with me, but she got caught stealing, and they convicted her, and she was going to trial. I'm like,
oh my goodness.
And I felt bad because I was laughing at her pain, and I didn't know, I had no idea that she was being truthful with me. In the past 2 years, have you been treated for or advised to have treatment for alcohol or drug abuse or convicted more than once of reckless driving or driving under the influence of alcohol or drugs?
I'm sorry to be laughing. Half of wine cooler knocks me out. No.
In the past 2 years, used unlawful drugs in any form or abused or misused prescription drugs?
No.
In the past 2 years, have you been hospitalized by a physician or healthcare provider for any mental or nervous disorder?
No.
Okay, that wraps up the medical questions, unless they add some additional for us. Sometimes they do. Give me 1 second.
That doesn't mean I've had my moments of going, but
Right.
no. Or driving my husband to that point. No.
That wraps up the health questions. I'm going to plug in Arthur's information here. What I want from you is if you want to add a contingent beneficiary, and what that means is, God forbid you and Arthur are together and you guys pass away together.
I know exactly what you're talking about, and yes, I do.
Okay. And his date of birth, just to verify, is October 11th of 58.
That is correct for Arthur, yes.
Okay. And who's going to be that contingent?
May I have two contingent that split it equally?
Absolutely.
Okay, the first one is Robin Nicole Flint.
And relationship?
Daughter.
Okay, and her date of birth?
August 2nd, 1984.
She's got one coming up.
Yep.
Okay, and then who's going to be the other 50%?
Eric Matthew Flint, who is my son.
ERIC?
ERIC, yes.
Okay, and his date of birth?
August 2nd, 1984.
Are they twins?
Yes.
Oh, awesome.
1 minute apart.
Who's older?
He is, by 1 minute. He was blue. He went down on his cord and lost his heartbeat, so they had to go in and grab him.
Oh, man.
But he's doing good now. He had the initial score of 4 because he was blue.
Yeah. I'm sure she was some crap growing up from him for him being older.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right, Peggy, getting on to billing. So Mutual of Omaha is going to give you the option to add on a paid accidental death rider. Now, this is totally optional. I'm required to offer it to you. So $60.20 is your face amount, right, monthly.
Right.
If you want to add on your accidental, what that means is, God forbid you pass away in any form of accident.
Right.
Instead of having a benefit paid out of $20,000, it will be $40,000. Now,
okay, and how much is that rider?
it adds on $5.62.
We sure are going to grab that.
We are?
We are.
Okay.
Are you kidding me? Those are one of the best things you could get.
Absolutely. So total.
I mean, you're looking at $60 a year roughly, and the chances of dying in an accident are higher almost than a lot of the other things. So yes.
Right. No, absolutely. So total is going to be $65.82.
Works for me.
Okay, thank you. All right, and then what bank do you want to use for the payment on the second or the third? And we need to establish second or third also.
Okay, let's do it on the 3rd.
Okay.
And I'm going to use Alaska USA Federal Credit Union.
Alaska USA?
Yes.
Okay.
And I can
Now,
give you the routing number and all that.
So they populate the routing number for me. I just want to verify 325-272-021.
That is correct.
Thank you.
We were stationed in Alaska in the 90s, and we've kept our account there since.
Wow. I'm glad you like a bank. I have Wells Fargo, and during the pandemic, I didn't leave the house that much, right? Because it was,
Right.
I didn't use my card for a month, and I look up my bank, and I have a charge for $15 from Wells Fargo, and I call them, and I say, hey, what's going on here? And they're like, oh, Mr. Travers, you didn't swipe your card 10 times this month, so we charged you. I'm like, hold on.
Oh, wait, you're charging me not to use my card. Oh, that's, yeah.
Hold on.
That's brilliant.
What if I have no money? That's why you just took money from me? It doesn't really make sense.
Yeah, no, we've had our account with them since '96. We've had other accounts, but that's the one we're putting everything in because our experience has been so good with them. And we have a local bank here, a local credit union where we can go make deposits and it goes there.
Awesome.
So.
You said
and let me guess, you're going to need the account number, aren't you?
I do, yeah. And just to verify, second or third, I forgot.
3rd.
All right, I am locking application and proceeding to the signature process. So we're going to go through that same process again. The only difference is it's going to have you review additional forms, which is going to be the life insurance buyer's guide, just letting you know that you are purchasing a whole life policy through Mutual of Omaha, right? You can cancel at any time if you find a better deal or, whatever the case may be, right? You're not,
right.
locked for life. And then the other one is going to have you review the actual application with everything that we just filled out today. Okay.
Okay.
You can save that. And again, that's going to be printed out with the actual policy upon delivery. It'll be in there for you, so have some hard paperwork also.
Okay.
So that email should have just came through, and you'll open it with the last four of your social, just like before.
Right. All right. Let me refresh my page here. Okay, here it is. Action required. Let me get in here. So you've been selling insurance for how long?
So I've been in the insurance industry for about 10 years, and I've been
Wow.
selling life insurance for about 8.
Do you like it?
I do. I enjoy it. I had my grandfather pass away with no coverage a couple of years ago, and that's what got me
That,
the
yeah,
life insurance. Yeah,
that would scare the heebie-jeebies out of me.
right. And
My,
you'd be surprised. Like I still talk to people that hear the prices, and it's affordable in my opinion, and they're like, nope, they can figure it out when I'm gone, and I'm like, that's terrible. I mean, I don't know how. Then you see all these GoFundMe's on Facebook and everything.
oh,
Struggling, it breaks
yeah.
my heart.
It's my mother worked for State Farm for a number of years and got her insurance policy through them because, they gave it to her as part of her retirement and everything. And she knew before she knew she had Alzheimer's, although I had started recognizing it. She said to me, because I would go up to Northern Maine, I'm looking at the form as I talk to you, so I'm doing more than one thing here. She said to me, the next time you come up, because I'd go up about once a year, we're going to plan my funeral, and we're going to go we're going to go to the funeral home and get everything picked out and all of it done, because when you come up, you have a 2-day trip to even get here. Because I had to fly from San Antonio up into Portland and then take the bus up because she was that far up north. And she said, you do not need this on your mind when I pass away. And so she had everything set. I'm looking at the application now because I'm just downloading it. She had everything set so that when she did pass away, not only was her insurance, not only was her funeral paid, I actually got money back from it for me. And I mean, she had a nice funeral and everything, paid the flowers, it paid all of that. Okay, so let me see. I'm saving and downloading this while I look at this. And I'll tell you, having that done was such a gift.
Right. Oh, absolutely. And I think, everybody should think that way. And that's why I do what I do, is hopefully change some minds, right, for those stubborn people that, think that their family will be all right, and maybe they will be all right, and maybe it won't break them financially, but to have that burden off your shoulders and to just be able to grieve in peace is, that's the biggest thing. And you've experienced that. So no, I'm glad that she had that done.
And and it's funny because out of all of our relatives, we've lost pretty much everybody. My birth mom, my birth dad, or my birth mom, my adopted mom, my adopted dad, etc. My mom had probably the least amount of money, but going into her estate, I wound up with more than anyone else. Just the way she had planned, being the planner.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, view and print copy of signed application. I'm almost up. So anyway, I definitely believe in insurance. I think it's important. And I'm so glad I found y'all about this time because I was getting ready to shop around. And it was like, no, I don't want to shop around again.
Right. It's stressful. I think that's what paralyzes a lot of people when they get into it. They see that their mailbox is full. They go on Google and they see that there's 1,000 different companies, right? And they don't really know where to start, and they start to analyze things and they just put it off and forget about it.
Right. Well, the thing that really got me was when you said it's the same price for the rest of my life, because that's the biggest issue right there. Because I was looking at locking in like 10-year term or 20-year term, and But I'm happy with this. I'm really happy, and I'm happy with Mutual of Omaha because I think that they're a trustworthy company. Okay, I'm saving and downloading. All right. Now, why can I not am I supposed to sign this? Hold on. Apply. All right, sign that. Oh, wait a minute. It helps if I check the box. Check.
Right.
No, why can't I apply the e-signature?
Do you see the box below the signature box where it says sign?
Well, I put signed city.
Right, so under the actual box where you sign, there'll be a sign button, and you'll have to click that to make the box work. And then once you sign, it'll be a capture button.
It says, okay. It says, thank you for submitting your electronic application. Your e-signature process is now complete. You may close the browser to exit.
Okay, it must have went through great. There we go. And I did get it on my end. We are good to go.
Okay.
Give me one moment. I'm going to submit it on my end. If they have any additional questions, this is where they ask us or they give us a estimated underwriting turnaround, right, based off of the information that they found. So just bear with me and I'll see what they have for us.
Okay. Now, understand, when they do the underwriting, they may decide to raise it. And they will let me know, and I will agree to that before they do, right?
Right. They'll let us know every step of the way. So what they're going to do, right, is they're not going to raise it. You're either going to be approved or you're going to be denied, right? And if they do, they'll give us a reason why. And that's exactly why we represent the best companies in the state, is because what Mutual of Omaha may not take, another company will, right? So that's why we do what we do and have so many close relationships with companies, is because we have, people with diabetic neuropathy where Mutual of Omaha won't touch them, right? But we have another that will, and they'll do it with immediate coverage too. So there will be options. Mutual of Omaha will either approve or deny. Now, there's a 70% chance that we'll get a decision right now, but we'll just wait and see. I'm clicking submit right now, so bear with me.
Okay.
Thank you for submitting your electronic application. This application has been approved at the level death benefit. Any outstanding administrative requirements are completed. The policy will be issued and mailed. So congratulations, right? You fit into that 70% category. You're approved as of now. So there's no worries. It is locked in. The payment will come out on the 3rd, and they're going to mail you.
And I'll be covered on the 4th.
You'll be covered on the 3rd.
I'll be covered on the 3rd.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, just got to keep me alive till the 3rd.
And I do have a policy number for you if you want to write that down for your records.
Hold on just a minute here. Okay.
All right. It's B as in boy, U as in uniform.
Okay.
287 4723.
Okay, big uniform, 2874723.
Correct.
All right, now I get to start a new file called Peg's Insurance for my file cabinet. Okay, and they will be sending me all of this via email or via traditional mail?
Traditional mail, and what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to get you out a package, right, because they're not going to mail this out until the first payment. But I'm going to print off some brochures. I'll put some business cards in there for you. That way you can have some, brochures to read over, and then you'll have my information. What I'm going to do, Peg, is I'm going to put 3 cards in there, right? I want you and Arthur to keep one, and I want you to give one to the twins, one each. That way, God forbid something happens to you and Arthur, and they know that, hey, I got to call Ryan so we can get this taken care of. That way I can handle the claims process for them, because as you know, that is very stressful. The last thing I want for them is to have to get on the phone with Mutual of Omaha and mail a bunch of paperwork back and forth. I'll handle it all.
Okay. So basically, if I pass away and my family has your number and the application number, the policy number on the back of the card, they can call you and say, this is Arthur the cat, and my wife passed away. And here's her policy number, and he can work with you directly.
Right, correct.
Okay.
All right, and then I'll get those cards out so you can write that policy number on the back, give them to him, and then any questions in the future, Peg, give me a call, right? If Arthur ever has questions about his coverage or the twins, or you want to make any changes, whatever it is, don't hesitate, and I'll get that package out to you tomorrow.
Okay. Now, do you only work with people over 50?
No, ma'am. I can work with newborns up to 90-year-olds.
Okay. After August 1st, we're going to talk about Robin and getting her insurance. I can't afford it right now, and I'm going to let her age out another year because she's young. But after August 1st, I do want to talk to you about getting her insured.
Okay, absolutely. There's a ton of options for, the younger crowd, so we'll go over them and find one that makes the most sense.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Yes, ma'am. It was a pleasure speaking with you. Thank you for having some humor and wrapping my day up with a smile. I appreciate it.
Well, I hope you have a blessed day, okay? And thank you for your time. All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.